What's up, world? It is Will Marsh with you. We're on Weekly Wallet Wagers today. I should have said that first. We are here with Griffin Goodman back with us. Y'all know Griffin hey, Griffin, what's up, man?
Hey.
Griffin did a few episodes with us a few months back, and of course we have the banker. What's up, John?
Howdy, everybody.
How's it? A soft intro. Jeez, what are you asleep still this morning?
Well, it's 8 a.m. over here, so I was asleep actually.
That's right. Time change and Christmas break. What's up, y'all? Thank you for joining us today on Weekly Wallet Wagers. I know we've got a bunch of stuff to dive into, but I mean, it's been a few weeks. I don't even know where we start with this. There has been so much going on in the market and in the world. I mean, we could probably talk about what Dan Blazerian and Elon Musk and Nancy Pelosi have been. I mean, just so much stuff. But actually, that lit a fire under me real quick. Griffin, I think I was reading something about Nancy Pelosi the other day and her stock trades. Do you know anything about that?
Oh man, I absolutely hate it. She had for the past year she's made 66% off of her trades, which is more than hedge funds, more than the S&P 500, more than some of the best traders in the world right now.
Well, don't they say like anything above like 10% is super risky? They recommend like 3 to 5 is like safe investments. Like anything between 5 and 10 is like getting risky, and then anything beyond that's like you're risking all your money essentially.
Mm-hmm. Which is essentially pegged against the S&P 500. So depending on how the S&P 500 is how we normally gauge it. And the S&P 500 was up a whopping 27% this year, which was insane. So if you didn't make money in the market this year, you might want to try just sticking with the S&P 500.
Or try something else altogether. Like, you could make money this year in the market, then maybe you shouldn't be in the market in subsequent years.
Yeah, exactly. But I compiled a list here. Nancy Pelosi made some very large trades a few days ago. We have a few big names, mostly technology companies, but we found one that I found interesting, which was Micron Technology. Along with Roblox, Google, Disney, and Salesforce. She made about $3 million in transactions to purchasing these long call options, some expiring in September of next year and the others expiring in January of 2023.
In the money.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, Griffin, so it's interesting you bring that up. I'm gonna do you have that list?
I do.
Okay. I'm going to see if we can get that and put that up on the screen here if y'all are watching a YouTube video of these companies. Because, again, this is important information. One, it begs two questions to my mind for you guys. One, is she just a better stock trader than us? And if so, like, maybe we ought to be following her. Or two,
I guarantee you,
if it's not really just skill, where is she getting this information from to hedge these bets? And is that unfair to the rest of us Americans because of her political position? And if she's getting the information from that way, then wouldn't that be a form of insider trading if it's not public knowledge and she's acting on it?
Man, she shouldn't even be in office. Just a thought. I
agree with you 100% on that. And again, I think we could do an entire political episode, an entire series on her career and her career decisions. But for the effort of the base on this, let's try to keep this strictly financial, and then we can do it.
Yeah, of course.
To be clear, I agree with you wholeheartedly, John.
I don't think she does her own trades. I think most politicians go through somebody else. I'm assuming there's probably a stockbroker on call. Like, she'll walk out of a meeting, be like, "Yo, buy this company."
She goes through her husband, actually.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, it has nothing to do with the fact that she's a politician. Usually, just people in that age range that are of that age that have that net worth don't make their own trades, whether they're a politician or not. They come from the day where they look at stock picks in the newspaper, then they're grabbing their landline to call their broker, who should be on Wall Street at the moment there to actually execute the. Sorry, I get off on tangents, but yeah. So Griffin, this is really interesting though, because one, where do we get this information? I know that there's a source for this.
So there's a ton of resources. I usually go for Twitter. because they
Okay,
always
so it's
post
very
their
public.
trades and claim on her. But
So this is very public knowledge then. I mean, if it's on
Oh,
Twitter
for
and on
sure.
the website, it's
Yeah,
not like we need it. Okay.
Well,
All right.
aren't politicians required to share that information?
I think after it's not, they can't post it that day, but they have to show the information like either at most 30 days or 10 days after, I believe. I'm not entirely sure, but it can't be on the same day.
Now, hang on. Is this for all? Because John, I appreciate you asking this. My next question is, well, why does Nancy Pelosi even incentivize to share this information to begin with? Because people like us will, keep her in check for it. And I mean, is there a law on this, Griffin, or is this just something the SEC does, or like if you get elected to either a state or even a federal position, does it just have to be public at that point? Like, how does that work?
You are legally, if you're in office, you are legally required to show your trades. You just don't have to show it on that day. And so all of these trades that I listed earlier are from a few weeks ago.
Okay. This actually brings an interesting idea to mind. I mean, I know we're always talking about different trends to follow, and we spent a lot of time on the show talking about people like Elon Musk, because Elon Musk is a leader. He's making a lot of trades. He's shorting out stocks and moving the market. I mean, he's doing all kinds of stuff, but which is why he's been an interesting man to follow. But if there are people like Nancy Pelosi that are positioned well, not only financially, but to know leaders of industries in this country and to make decisions based upon all the knowledge they're getting, well, then maybe we ought to start following some of these rich politicians' investments. I mean, if it works so well for them, then let's put this, let's run a trial on this and then share the info and share the wealth.
It's true. Yeah, I would agree with that. I know there are a few TikToks and Twitter pages that not only follow all of her trades, but they actually implement them and buy them themselves. And they've had some really nice rewards just for doing that.
I love that idea. John, we ought to do that. We ought, whether it's the two of us or all three of us together, run a TikTok account where we're always making and editing videos. And of course, our video editing staff, Aya and Aldrin here at the channel, can help do a lot of the editing and production. I'll put that together. And every day, one of us shows up on TikTok, with a photo and we're calling out their trades, and then we switch to our screen and we show we're making trade, based off that, and that could go viral. But it would also help a lot of people. Think about the good it would do.
Hey, soon I'm gonna be a licensed stockbroker. We're talking
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't mean to divulge. This is a really interesting topic, Griffin, that you bring up about this, and I appreciate you sharing about this with Nancy Pelosi, because again, I think that this is a whole avenue that we could really dive into long term. But John, on that subject of trading stocks, we haven't been back since you've had this news. If you want to tell us about it, because I know that Griffin and I know what you're talking about. You want the world to.
Technically, I'm not supposed to talk about it. That's the thing.
Okay. Wall Street.
Give me 2.5 weeks, and then we can talk about it.
Very fair. Very fair, guys. So we will drop this big secret here in a few weeks, but John has been making some moves and making some plays in the world of. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say, since we can't release it. But, John, we are excited about this journey for you and look forward to hearing lots about it. It's funny, actually, I told Griffin the other day, we were talking about this new job opportunity for you. And it's funny, I told him, I was like, yeah, John's been such a conservative investor all year, and has been very, cautious on making moves at all, and hopefully this new opportunity will help make him a little more bold and start trading a lot faster. So
I'll know a lot more too.
Yeah, I would never say anything about you behind your back that I wouldn't say to your face, and so I wanted to make sure I said that on air.
Yeah. Thank you for joining the show today, guys. Appreciate you watching. Always check out our page for book recommendations. We had a great discussion, and hopefully we get to see you next week for our next episode.
Thanks, guys. See y'all later.